thank you once again, and welcome to my music story.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, so those who are new to my music story, Reverend is a Reverend minister. He's a gospel artist, and about 8 albums to your credit. Wow, yes, and a philanthropist. He does philanthropy for people, for children with heart conditions. Wow, God bless you, sir.
We give God glory for grace.
Yeah. Yeah, so on the other episode, we celebrated the life and music of Dr. Ronkin. And
Hmm.
this episode, we'll be looking at another hero who has gone to be with the Lord, Richard Smallwood.
Richard Smallwood.
Yeah, Richard Smallwood. I I think he's more like a unique kind of artist.
Hmm.
Yeah, because of his style and approach. Yeah, he's kind of he's unique. He's unique. He's unique. And I mean, as an MD with a lot of experience, I'm sure you've either directed his song, led his song. I mean, experienced his song one way or the other. So, I'd like to know your first encounter with his kind of music, Richard Smallwood, music ministry or his music.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. Richard Smallwood. I'll start this way. When I encountered the music of Richard Smallwood, I had the aha moment.
Okay.
Aha moment because um, you said in our previous interview that you knew me to be an orthodox guy and all that, which is true. I was exposed to classical music, choral music. I was part of the infancy school choir um, from Form 1 to Upper 6. I became the choir master, not the choir president,
Mm.
at the end of it all. So I love choir music. I love choral music, classical music, and all. But I was also introduced to contemporary gospel. And I also fell in love with contemporary gospel and all the various forms of it, the black gospel, the CCM, which has a lot more of the white gospel musicians, and then those who did the blend, like Ron Kenoly and the rest. But it was Richard Smallwood that gave me the aha moment because I finally came across somebody who was trying to do a fusion
Mm-hmm.
of classical and gospel. And I mean, when I discovered him, the Harvesting Masqua fell into trouble because now I had something like something to look up to. You get it to drill them to get them to sing. Because I mean, it's either that the voices are singing, the instrumentation is simple, or the instrumentation is complicated. The voices are simple, but with Richard Smallwood, everybody is putting their A game on, you know. So it was a Richard Smallwood song that was the first song that I more or less outdoored emoji music with.
Wow.
Yes, Richard Smallwood wrote a song called Faith.
Okay.
If you have faith, you can move mountains. Very, very complicated song. And I needed someone who with dexterity, someone who was dexterous, who will be able to interpret the song.
Wow.
And we discovered emoji music.
Okay.
I mean, when we were done with that song, everybody was on their back. Who is that guy? And I said, "Oh, Ghana is not ready for this guy yet," you know. But I mean, it was possible because there was a prototype
Mm,
which Smallwood had shown us that it is possible.
yeah.
You know, before Richard Smallwood, we were introduced to the Darrell Colleys and some wild guys. But Richard gave the choir, some work to do. That's how I put
True.
it. You get it? And
True.
then I don't believe in lazy singing. You know, this past Sunday, my choir in church, I gave them fans because for a long time I've been waiting for them to sing music. You know, music that that if you don't go for rehearsal, you can't sing.
No.
You have to go, you have to rehearse it, you have to make sure that your pitch is on point, your range is on point. You're singing from your stomach, you know. I mean it's just and Richie Smallwood had a lot of songs like that with
Yeah.
the dynamics, the
True.
swells, the phrasing, the
Hmm.
vocalization, the melody, and his piano work don't go there. So everybody is working. Everybody's working. So I have been exposed to a lot of Richie Smallwood work because of because I'm a choir director, and uh, I was surprised many people didn't know him when he passed. But my own children, when I was saying that, oh, Smallwood was dead, they were like, oh, who is Smallwood? And I started singing, Lord, I will yield. Then they went, oh, and they all began to sing with me. And we sang the whole thing, we disturbed our neighborhood. Yes, paying glowing tribute to Richard Smallwood because, I mean, until you do a Richard Smallwood song,
Mm.
you can't tell me that your choir is good. Oh, I'm telling you.
That's
You
true.
say, Charlie, our choir is good. I want to hear you do a Richie Small song. Then you can tell me that Charlie the choir is good. And not do it there, do it well.
Note by note.
You know. Yeah. So Richard has been a gift to the body
Mm.
for decades.
Yeah.
For decades. For decades. And written very, very powerful songs.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's not the popular musician kind. You get it. He is more of, the sheet music, uh, um elite music, music fit for the king. His voices, I mean, his BVs don't go there.
Yeah.
The arrange, the, the phrasing, the part structure, the chord structure is just beautiful.
Mm. I mean, you're right on point. I was reviewing his catalog, and I mean, like you're saying, everything is there. And his arrangements, his songs are not boring.
No.
The song keeps evolving. So, like, total praise is like 3 minutes. 3 minutes
Mm-hmm.
or a little over 3 minutes. But it evolves. There is no boring part. And then they ended it and did a reprise.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's one of a kind. He's one of a kind.
Oh Lord, you're my everything. Praise waited for thee, my King. O thou who hearest every prayer. Oh Lord, you're my everything. Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you dare think he doesn't sing, you kill yourself. His falsetto, Charlie, don't go there. His head voice, his whistle tone.
Oh boy.
The guy is an institution.
He is. He is. He is. In fact, I mean, when I was doing a bit of research on him, I realized that I think in the beginning, it was somebody told him. He said somebody told him that um, Like he's ahead of his time.
Yeah,
He's ahead of his time. And then I think not long after he had a record, a record deal, and then he began producing his songs and all that stuff. Somebody told me he was ahead of his time, and indeed he was ahead of his time. And I mean, from way back, his first albums till now, timeless music and all,
yeah,
you are still enjoying.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow, 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 wow. And then um, as an MD, what were some moments like memories of his songs, you teaching or learning to teach his songs for you?
I mean, you have to score the song. If you listen to a song and you think that, oh, I'll go and Charlie, you teach non Silakra, you have to score the song.
Yeah.
So that's one. So you have to learn. If you are not into staff notation like me, you have to make sure then that your tonic sulfur is on point. You get
Mm,
it. Score the song. And apart from scoring the song, you need good accompaniment.
mm,
The regular musicians cannot play his songs.
mm,
If I say regular, basic, no, 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 no. You have to add on to
true.
what you have, you know. And then if you have lazy singers, oh, they will not like you. But other nyum ba kunne na ye chin chin nyum no ni adie. No, no, no. It's the art.
Yeah.
Music is an art as well. And he brings out the art in music.
Mm,
Yeah, 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 yeah. He brings out the art and the poetry in his lyrics, another level.
yeah.
Like Otibofo, there are some of the Americans, Charlie, they create their own English they want to sing. But for him, you could just tell that he knew what he was doing. He was
Yeah.
trained for it. He was dedicated to it. He had some excellence, a high level of excellence with which he approached his ministry. And if you even look at their apparel, when they call them on stage, I used to watch Bobby Jones Gospel. When they come on stage, you notice that Charlie, the Prempro people have come. They don't just wear anything.
That's true.
You get it?
That's true.
Dignity, dignity, excellence, giving God the highest praise.
Mm,
That was Smallwood. So when I discovered Smallwood, there was no Harvestic concert that you won't have a song of Smallwood in there,
mm,
And I choose some of these songs not just for the ministration, but also for growth
yeah.
because we all have to grow. So sometimes I pick these songs so that the choir will realize that no, this one we have to rehearse and we'll go by it till we get it. And by the time they are done with it, the confidence is built to do any other thing.
True.
You get it? And I reckon that these days, the way the system, if I can say it that way, is you can have lazy people walk through the choir, do not learn anything.
Yeah.
You get it? But if you are going to join a choir that I'm part of, you are going to learn.
Yeah.
Like one bar rehearsal, I want to mean too.
Mm, that's true. Mm,
Yeah, so it brought discipline, it brought excellence and stuff. If you follow Emoji's music, for example, you realize that his VVs they don't have it easy at all.
no.
It's from those foundations. Like no, 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 no. You will hit the notes. Charlie, because God has given you that gift, that grace. You have to maximize it.
Yeah.
And Richard Smallwood exemplified that.
Mm,
Yeah.
wow. Mm, wow. And then this he did this song. The one that Whitney Houston did. I love the Lord.
I love the Lord.
Wow. I'm like, man.
No,
that, that was a classic.
he's a classic musician.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
classic.
very,
Classic.
you know. And he was also very. You're right by saying that he was ahead of his time. He did some arrangements and rearrangements that were, I mean, should I say, audacious.
Mm,
You
true.
know, the time that he did it. And no wonder he never won a Grammy. Like he was nominated more than anyone. Like, but he never won
Wow.
because at every time, according to Kevin Bond, every time he was nominated, there was somebody who were at their peak.
Mm,
So he was nominated, for example, with Take Six. Take Six, that powerful a cappella group that Charlie are standard for everybody. He was nominated at one point with Keck when Keck was at the peak. He was
mm,
nominated at one point with the Blind Boys of Alabama. That was the
mm,
uh, um, Lifetime Achievement Award. And the
okay.
Blind Boys have been doing it for for years. So he was always nominated, which meant that he was always amongst the elite group,
Mm,
but he wasn't the popular musician because he
yeah.
didn't go for popularity. He
Mm,
went for excellence. He went for class. You know, if you get into the industry, sometimes they'll tell you that Charlie, tone down small. If you want hits, Charlie, make it singable small. If the book can sing along, they will hit. You get it. So make it singable small. Other than that, you know. So he suffered that issue. He suffered that challenge. You get it.
okay.
And I'm here talking about his suffering as if I'm not one of them.
We'll come to that. You suffered some of those disruptive consequences.
How for doing? At the end of it all, who is pleased? Is the father pleased
Yeah.
or is it the industry?
Well, but even well, I think you yourself even found a good blend because Mukobe is not an easy song like that. It's not an easy song.
Well, I mean, I'll give credit to Koda because he is the one who, after a while, I mean, he got the criticism first because he was the producer. You get it, and so from that time on, he was always conscious to try and simplify it for me as much as possible.
Okay.
But I just felt like Charlie, let's give it all to God. I mean,
Yeah.
we didn't start this thing to be artists, popular artists and stuff like. We wanted
Mm,
to give God our best,
mm-hmm,
and
mm,
we've been influenced by the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. Yeah, Brooklyn was one of the groups that he was nominated with, and that year
okay.
Brooklyn won.
Okay.
So Brooklyn, the Kevin Bonds, the Keks. I mean, people who are doing excellent stuff. Andre
Mm,
Crouch, so those were our foundations, and we felt that Charlie, let's focus on that. Let's
mm.
focus on that. Uh-huh. I never heard Ron Kelly getting any Grammy, but he impacted lives, and so for the most part, that has guided what we do.
Mm.
Uh-huh. For the most part, that has guided what we do, and we give glory to God.
Yeah. That's beautiful. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, and then hmm, he's he's had I think he started at a very young age. Yeah, he said. I was listening to his interview. He said he started at a very young age. He could hear and play. So his music tutor even was having a problem with him, and he found a way to make the music tutor not know that he wasn't reading. His music teacher was teaching him to read. By he could because he could hear and play. He found a way around it, and for a long time, his music teacher didn't realize that the guy is not reading enough. He's just playing from memory. So
Yeah,
he's that gifted. He's that gifted.
very.
Yeah. Now, let's come to and he has um, a unique history. So
Yeah,
he, I was watching an interview with him, and he was saying that he found out that the one he bore his surname wasn't his actual father. I think he's written a book and he was sharing his life. It wasn't his
oh,
actual father. And then he was talking about, also talking about some a moment in his life. Like he was sharing the backstory to Total Praise actually.
oh,
That there was a time in his life that a lot of things around him weren't going on well. His family, they weren't, some of them weren't feeling well. He had to take care of people, take care of, I think he was in an adopted home or something like those kind of social services homes for a while. So I think he had to take care of some people. So he was overwhelmed. He was overwhelmed, and then because music was a safe place, he went to sit by his piano, and he wanted to do a pity party. That's what he said. He wanted to do a pity party that, oh God, I'm looking to you, help me, this. And then God switched it into a praise song. That's how come we have total praise. I was like, wow, and it's a blessing. Total praise has been a blessing.
absolutely,
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
Help Zimbabwe, that was a closing song.
Yeah, we really needed to, honor his memory,
Mm,
and it's also a doxology. Total praise is
yeah,
always that song, just like Hallelujah chorus, that
yeah,
brings everybody together, in one voice, in unison, giving God glory. So we had to do it. I felt it was a very fitting climax to,
it was.
our session at Hezbollah. Yeah.
It was, and I was surprised that without any rehearsal, like we were able to sing at least something good. I was like, wow.
Oh yeah, because I mean, it's been years of doing this, so years of
Yeah.
training people, introducing them to these songs. People have been in mass choirs, they've been in, community choirs and stuff like that. So it's in there somewhere in
Mm,
everybody, and even our children have been introduced to it.
yeah.
So yeah, that tells you of the impact.
Yeah. And they,
That tells you of the impact. So though he's not popular as an artist, people don't know the name that well. His music is what has, broken through the worshiping community.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And his music too, like the content wise is seriously scriptural. Some of them were just scripture like ito.
That's it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's honestly.
Yeah. Me
We
too.
need more of that.
Yeah. And coming to his life,
Yeah.
or dwelling more on his life, he also spoke about mental health issues.
Mm,
And mental health issues. These mental health issues that depression, having seasons of depression,
mm.
a long season of depression. He will go and sing all right, but depression, come back to depression. And then he said it even led him into some form of alcoholism for a while, just to
Mm.
dampen it, but it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And went for therapy and all that. But once again, another soldier, and
Yeah.
uh, it
Keeps coming.
keeps coming.
It tells you that God is working with earthen vessels,
Mm,
sometimes damaged vessels, sometimes
mm.
broken vessels, and all that. So it
Traumatized
talks
vessels.
about, yeah, it talks about his faithfulness,
Mm,
and at the end of it all, they say, "Thou good and faithful servant." It means
mm,
that you may not be excellent all throughout, but God is looking for faithfulness, whether you remain.
mm,
You see, he's looking at a branch that will abide, that will remain in the vine, that will not give up at the end of it all. So, yes, these were real people, struggled with real things. Some suffered abuse, they couldn't talk about it. So it kept eating them up, you know. Some were introduced into the industry. The industry is a whole different ball game.
mm,
It's a whole different ball game. If you don't have good mentoring or good pastoring, even sometimes with good pastoring, some folks still don't survive because the allure of funds and fame and opportunities and travel and on the road, and I mean the vices that chase you when these things happen. Money,
mm,
what mammon can do to you, whether the abundance of it or the lack of it, you know, what do you call it? Lust issues, immorality issues. So many. I mean, the industry is playing with so many things,
mm,
and a number of the people that we celebrate, it's not everything that's even out. A lot of them have struggled with many things, But the most important thing is how you end, how you persevere. You get it, how you persevere. Because if God is able to do that with you, then it's an encouragement to everybody else that God can do the same with them also. You know. Uh-huh. So yes, he was also very open about his struggle with mental health, and you know, I know it was not sugarcoating, but it was a way of diplomatically talking about all the things that he had to struggle with, and sometimes when you move into their world, Charlie, you open a can of worms, like things that if you don't take care. When I used to hear about these things, I was like, hey. And then I realized that even amongst us here, and yet better, sir.
mm.
Yeah. So you just have to thank God for grace
Mm,
and remain in the vine. For me, that's the thing. It's
yeah.
not you who are more righteous than any other person. It's your consciousness to remain in the vine, to continue to fellowship with the brethren. Because when you isolate yourself, the evil one will get you into deeper mess.
Mm.
But if you continue to be with the body, whatever the case, even if you fall 7 times, you rise seven
You'll be
times.
sustained.
You
Mm.
get it? Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and you mentioned on the faithfulness of God, and that's
Yeah.
that reminded me of a moment. He said that after his mom passed, he had so much impact on him that he couldn't write, he couldn't produce, he couldn't do anything for years. And then God spoke to him that he should write on his promises. So when he talked about the faithfulness of God, that it triggered that story. And then
Yeah.
he wrote, I think it was either his last album or one of his last albums,
Oh.
Promises. voices. And yeah, it's been a blessing. It's been
We
a
bless the
blessing.
Lord for their lives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a blessing. And, we are glad that they've made their mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've made their mark. They've made their mark. Huge impact. The total praise, center of my joy. A lot of
Center
songs.
of my joy. Yeah.
And
Angels. Angels. There's a powerful song they wrote on angels.
okay.
Watching over me. Yeah.
Mm,
And bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name.
yeah.
Uh, I mean, he's written beautiful songs.
Yeah. Anthem
Beautiful.
of praise. And we use it
Yeah.
for choreography or intellectual openings.
Mm,
Yeah. And he influenced the Donald Lawrence's and as well. I see a lot of
absolutely.
him in Donald Lawrence. That
Absolutely. It's a whole family. It started with the Hawkins,
true.
Edwin Hawkins, Walter Hawkins, and they all used to back them. They all used to be playing keyboards for them. So it's like a whole family. So the same thing has happened with us, where some people were with us and now they are the forefront. Some people were with them and they are now at the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a whole cycle,
Yeah.
that God, he picks some people and then produces more people and then they produce more people that is what it's supposed to be really.
Mm. Wow. Wow. We bless God. We bless God for his life. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then we just pray that those of us carrying the torch in flames will be strengthened to do more.
Yeah.
Will be strengthened to do more. Yeah. So any final words on him, on Richard Smallwood, call it a
Richard Smallwood. I there's a piano book called Smallwood,
day. Okay.
for beginners and learners when they are learning how to play the piano. It's called Smallwood. And all the while, my friend and I, we thought that I mean it was him. It was Richard who actually he was a guy so gifted with the keys. That's why when I heard Joseph Joubert doing the homegoing, I'm
Mm,
like, there's no better way to see him off than to get another dexterous pianist like Joseph Joubert to give that rendition. I mean, that was
yes.
something else. Yeah, he's blessed. He's blessed the body, and I pray that he has a blessed rest,
Mm.
in Abraham's bosom until we meet again. I don't know if there'll be keyboards in heaven, but if there are keyboards in heaven, surely you'll get select. You'll be one of those who will play. But we thank him for inspiring us to chase excellence
Mm,
when it comes to, serving God with our gift of music.
mm.
God bless him. Yeah.
Reverend, thank you so much for being part of my music story this episode to honor our heroes. I'm
It's
most
been a
grateful.
pleasure.
Uh,
Been a pleasure. And thanks for the
yes.
opportunity.
Oh, I'm most grateful. I'm very honored.
We
I'm
thank
very
God.
honored. I owe you episodes. That one I have to come to Tema myself.
No, no,
Yes. But I'm grateful for sharing this your evening with us. I'm
yeah,
very grateful.
we thank God.
All right, so thank you for watching my music story. Um, I'm sure the next episode will honor other heroes. God bless you. See you. All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you too.